This is Lukadowski of WeAreChange.org reporting to you here in Chile. And there's only been 3 individuals who had enough balls and courage to confront David Rockefeller to his face. You're looking at 2 of them.
Rockefeller, come back. We don't want your new world order, you know?
I am Matias Rojas.
Leave Chile right now. Leave Chile. You are not... You're killing a lot of people!
I am a citizen journalist on my own, independent freelance. I am 20 years old. When I confronted David Rockefeller, I had 17 years old. And then I started to do everything that I do today, documentaries, translating news articles from other countries concerning the military-industrial complex, how politics really works, how the economy really works, who is pulling the strings behind the candidates, multinational corporations, that are really the governments behind the governments we see every day. I think that WeAreChange has made a tremendous work confronting many personalities, because you have to get in their face for them to know that there's people aware of the things that they're doing.
We know about your New World Order. We know about it. We won't be silenced about it, sir. We know about it. I'm sorry. National sovereignty will prevail. You guys think you guys can run things. You can't. I'm telling you right now. National sovereignty will prevail. You guys will never have a New World Order. I'm just here to deliver that message right here.
So I think it's great that people like you and me can confront this big oil men and media men and political leaders that are out there, and they are not being transparent to the actions that they make for the people. I think that this is one step towards telling people the truth, waking people up to this dark world that you don't see in the mainstream media. I was 17 years old when I confronted David Rockefeller. I had the information from a source that I can say here. It was tied into the journalist, to the newspaper El Mercurio by Agustin Edwards. A letter came to that newspaper, and that is how I knew about David Rockefeller. He supposedly came every year to an island that Agustin Edwards, a private island that Agustin Edwards has in the south of Chile. Every year he supposedly come to vacations. And I woke up and I went to the airport. I didn't have too much hope that I will see him. So we were running around looking for answers, and then he was there in the front, in the main gate. It was like a surprise for us to find him. It was wonderful. I thought that I was like energized seeing him there. I knew that I had to tell him to leave Chile right now, and he was a scumbag.
Leave here! Leave Chile right now! Leave Chile! Leave Chile! We don't want your world government! Leave Chile right now! Leave Chile, okay? Leave Chile! Your family is the most disgusting in the world, you know?
He was behind the big horrors that we saw here in Chile with Operation Condor, with Henry Kissinger, with the killing of so many people and political activists in Latin America.
Leave here! Leave! Leave! You also, you're a traitor to Chile! Mr. Agustin Edwards, you're a traitor to Chile, okay? You're a traitor to Chile. What you're doing right now, okay? 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 You know everything. You know everything. You're participating with him. You're participating with him in this. Your world government will fail, okay? It will fail! Your world government will fail! Will fail! Will fail!
I was like in shock. I thought that I don't know. I thought that some security man was going to come and they were going to throw me out, but nothing happened. But I knew in the moment I stopped recording the video, I knew that video will go around the world.
Do you think the way you approached it, would you do it differently?
I think that I will do it differently. I mean, it was in the moment. You don't know. You don't think too much. You have to do. You have to act. I mean, but it was a powerful 1 minute of my life that I will remember. I think forever. It changed my life really, from the aspect of knowing that I was together with you and other people, the few people who did this. David Rockefeller is one of the most powerful men in the world. He has been involved in some dirty things. For instance, in the political spectrum, he has dominated both sides of every political battle, at least in Chile, since the 1973 coup of Salvador Allende. I mean, he admits in his memoirs that he met with prominent individuals, one of them being his personal friend, Mr. Agustin Edwards, who is the owner of El Mercurio, one of the biggest newspapers in Chile. Agustin Edwards received a large amounts of money from the CIA, the Central Intelligence Agency, and that is being admitted till this day. In the past, previously, he has controlled the economic strings of Latin America through an organization that is called the Council of the Americas. It was founded in 1965. It was first known as the Business Group for Latin America, and it has on its board many of the multinational corporations that you see in Latin America, such as McDonald's, Microsoft, Barrick Gold Corporation, that has a large interest in gold in Chile and in Argentina, and Monsanto as well, GMO seeds and food. So you see him being the honorary chairman of the Council of the Americas. It meets every year in different parts of Latin America to discuss how they can push towards more free trade agreements. That is a way for these corporations to enter to the countries without any regulation at all. In Chile in particular, we have Barrick Gold Corporation that has been exploiting, damaging the environment in Chile in order to get the gold out of Chile. And Barrick Gold Corporation is well installed in the Council of the Americas. They fund every meeting, they meet every year. There are some pictures that I have that I can show you, and I will give you those pictures, where you can see David Rockefeller giving a gold medal to former President Ricardo Lagos from the Concertación. You can understand that there is always a right wing and a left wing in every country. You have in the US, you have the Republicans and the Democrats. Here you have the Alianza and the Concertación, or the Nueva Mayoría now, that is called. But they're both controlled by Wall Street. They are both in pro of the interests of these multinational corporations. I achieved what I wanted in terms of other people reading about why I confronted David Rockefeller, and I think that was an achievement that it was wonderful.